back to another episode of Intimate Seconds. You got your girl, Shejay Jaz, and I got a very special guest with me today. I got the one and only from Dade County himself, the hostess with the mostest, the one with the jokes, Pookie F. Baby.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate that. Thank y'all.
Hey, so what's up, Pookie?
Same thing, different day. Just got off a plane from Connecticut with my girl, Elizabeth, aka Applehead, and my dog Gamma.
Applehead.
And Gamma 305, man.
Yeah, because you guys are on tour. So boom, let's just bust right into that. So you guys are on tour right now.
Yeah.
What's the title of the tour again?
Don't make me lie again. You gotta be there too. I think it's called You Have to Be There.
Yes.
Yes.
So how's that been going? First off, this is like your first official tour to be on, right?
Yes.
Getting outside of Dade County to see other people laugh at your jokes or not laugh at your jokes. Like, what's the experience been like?
Experience been great. We did Orlando the first trip. I'm talking about Orlando was great from phenomenal. I loved it. Then we did Connecticut on Sunday, and it was very surprising.
Yeah.
Just for her to have fans, because it's Elizabeth tour, and she had a ton of fans, and it was a great experience. And I seen snow for the first time, so I loved it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was dope.
So that really probably touched your heart.
It touched me.
You're going to remember that forever now.
Forever and a day.
Because he said that crowd there was like amazing. You guys were actually surprised. I guess, when you actually leave your city, you see the love that you guys get.
Yeah.
They get a lot of love out here. I ain't going to lie to y'all. It's no BS on that. Their fans, their people support them heavenly. But to, go outside your town where you don't even know nobody. And the crowd still cheers and shows so much support. Like, your love cup was just filled, won't it?
It was filled over, to be honest with you. Like, just to get that type of love from anybody else that don't really, like, have the same culture that we have, and you still making them laugh, that's how you know you're a professional.
Now, what I've noticed from watching you guys have a nice little, I see it as a tight-knit group, a brotherhood when it comes to the comedians out here in South Florida, Dade County, or whatever. How important has it been to be a part of that brotherhood? How does it affect you personally and professionally?
I always tell people, if I could talk to you about anything outside of comedy, we real friends. And I have that with a couple comedians like Fat, Dr. Foolish, Burt Cornelius, JP, like just a couple. Shea Butter, I don't know if you ever seen Shea before. She great. No, Shea is great. Shea and Elizabeth.
Yeah, I gotta get Elizabeth up here too.
Elizabeth is sis, like she is dope on and off stage, very spiritual. Like she keep us alive when it comes to that. Like just a couple people, and Gamma my brother, love him to death. So it's just a couple people, that you just vibe with.
And I feel like that really has to help with your mental health because I know that, being in entertainment, there's a lot of ups and downs. Whether it be professionally or personally, and trying to balance the two can be a lot. And I love that, you have your Black queens and the kings, y'all are supporting each other in this circle. Like, that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
How does it feel to be a part of something that's going to be absolutely monumental, that is led by a Black female?
It's great because she don't have a power trip.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically she's still learning as we go, but she knows everything. Like, she goes up there, she do like 45 minutes. People don't understand 5 minutes on stage really is kind of like, but she does 45 minutes in a phenomenal job. The first 2 shows, she killed it.
Yeah.
And just for her to call us and say, you know what, I want you to come with us is a blessing. So I'm always be appreciative of her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Black love. I love that in that sense. So, you're a comedian. Yeah. You're also a host. You're an amazing host.
Thank you.
I've seen you handle all kind of things, especially doing events with me. I'd be like, I need you to do this. Give me that. You be handling, putting out fires without people knowing there's fires. Yeah. How do you balance being a host and a comedian? How do they go 2 and 2 together, and how do you separate the two?
I'm a people's person, so that's why the host thing comes so natural. Like, I just talk to people for no reason. My favorite place to go is Publix. I'll go in Publix and just talk to people. That's my spot. That's my home away from home.
You're lying.
Yeah, I love Publix. I go to Publix like 4 times a week. Them people know me by name. They be like, chicken sandwich? You already know, G. Chicken tender. So I'm a people person. So hosting is my niche. That's my goal. I just love it. You know what I'm saying? But I can still do, comedy because I'm a comedian at heart. I can still go up there and do 30, 40 minutes. But hosting is just like intimate, like you say. It's just like me talking to you. So that's why I like hosting.
So where did the dream of comedy and hosting come from? Did it stem from childhood?
No, when I had cancer, I'm a cancer survivor. So when I had cancer, I couldn't do nothing. I was in the bed getting chemo. And what my dad did, he used to bring me tapes I'm old, I know. He bring me VCR tapes of Def Comedy Jam and Comedy
So
View.
wait, you was wherever room you was in, you had the
VCR,
VCR and the big
Baptist
old
Hospital.
screen TV.
Yeah, and when I was home, that's all I did too was watch Comedy View and BET Comedy View. I'm talking about old, like 1992, 91.
Oh wow.
And I used to watch that, and I used to be like, man, I can do it. And then one day, when I went back to school, I had to miss a year of school. The lady said, we're doing
And
a
this
talent
was
show.
what, high school, college? What was
High
this?
school.
High school. Oh wow.
Yeah. And my teacher, English teacher, said, man, you need to do comedy. They're doing a talent show. Sign up for it. And I did.
And you won.
No, I ain't. I lost horribly because
I really thought you were going to tell me he won.
I didn't even know the ladies who won. It was a girl who knew how to sing. She sang the gospel song.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a saxophone dude. Then there was a dance group. And they said that I cursed. You weren't supposed to curse. They said I cursed.
Oh, so you got eliminated by default.
Yeah,
I'm crying. You probably would have won.
Yeah, but the next day everybody was like, man, you supposed to won. I'm like, appreciate it. It was cool. It was dope.
So you're in high school, and because I wanted to ask you about your childhood. You're in high school. You're dealing with cancer. How did that happen? Like, what was your journey like? Like, when did you discover, oh my gosh, I'm sick? You know, did it come out of nowhere? And like, what was the journey of going through your healing process?
It kind of came out of nowhere. So basically, I used to play basketball.
Okay.
That was my first love.
Oh, wow.
Basketball was my first love by far.
NBA dreams?
NBA dreams. I'm talking about that was my first love. And one day I was on the basketball court. A dude was trying to take the ball, and he tapped my leg, and I fell. It was so unorthodox. I just fell. And then a couple of days later, it was like a tumor grew on my leg like a grapefruit. We went to 3 different doctors, and the third doctor
He touched
told
you
us,
with something. He put something on
Yeah.
you. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm a spiritual person.
Yeah.
He didn't put something on
Yeah,
you.
he tapped
He was
my
a
leg.
hater.
Yeah, he probably was. He tapped me on my leg. I went down instantly, and a couple of days later, no, not even a couple of days, probably like 2 weeks later, that's when they diagnosed me with osteosarcoma cancer. It's a bone cancer. Yeah. And I did chemotherapy.
Out of nowhere, now you have bone cancer.
I don't know what, 17 years of age.
And no one in your family,
Nobody.
has any kind of cancers.
Nobody.
Like,
Nobody.
wow,
The most
that's
we got is high
crazy.
blood pressure and disability checks. That's the only thing we got.
Well, you're very special because that means God is using you.
Yeah.
He's using you to show proof that He's real.
Mm-hmm.
Miracles happen and He does heal.
Yeah.
But tell me, how was this healing process? You said you had to miss a whole year of school.
Yeah.
Tell me how that was for your mental health and everything, especially as a kid, and how with your parents. Like how was that?
Very depressing. Like when you call your friends in the hospital, Baptist Hospital, they did a great job. So when you call your friends and you're like, "Yo, what y'all doing? Oh man, we finna go to a party. Oh, we finna do this. Are we going to prom? Because this was my 12th grade year. Are we going to prom? We going to this place?" And now you just in a hospital bed. Like it was depressing, but I had some strong people. Like my grandma was my rock.
Yeah,
My
everything.
grandma was my rock. Yeah, she was my rock.
Oh.
So for her being my rock, she made sure everything go in place. Her and my grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mom did her thing too, but my grandma was like my special person.
She was that foundation that kept things together for you.
She was that like, yo, if
Your
you make
center.
Yeah, when I was like, man, I ain't going today, she was like, well, if you go, my favorite food was chicken and dumplings. She was like, well, if you go, when you come home, I got you chicken and dumplings. That's how she bribed me to go to the hospital. She'll cook French toast, or she'll do something just to make sure that I go.
Yeah.
So she was my foundation.
Thanks, so she kept you alive.
Yes, she did.
That's
Yes, she
beautiful.
did.
Shout out to grandma. Shout out to moms. Cancer survivors.
Yeah.
Has that really changed your perspective of life afterwards?
It did. I made a bucket list after that. And then being 17, you think you're invincible at that particular time.
Right, because you're young.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be healthy.
You don't really know nothing about death unless it's an old person. But when it hit that home, it hit home. Because in that span, I think like it was like 12 kids.
Oh, wow.
12 or 11. And I think like 7 of them passed away.
That's still a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And then it was just me. Like me and a couple more kids that was still around. So, yeah, that's why I say it's a testament.
No, facts.
Testimony, yeah.
Facts. Oh my gosh. So, speaking of your cancer, I'm so glad you persevered through that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, because your energy, your soul was meant to be here on earth to
Thank
put
you.
smiles and bring joy to people's lives.
Appreciate
And I'm
it.
pretty sure that that's probably why he's probably going to do even more with you.
I hope
But
so,
what's
yeah.
crazy is I did an interview with Gamma 305, one of your brothers.
My brother.
And we were talking about, him starting off as a comedian, how you do good jokes, bad jokes, how things go. And like he brought up a story how he kept joking about you and your limp. He said every show he just kept going. People were laughing. He thought it was a great joke. Do 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 do. And he said finally one day after he's like 4 or 5 times he probably didn't did the joke. You finally said to him, just randomly said, "Hey, I got my limp from cancer, right?" Just
Yeah.
casually, just
Yeah.
not like I'm mad at you or
Yeah.
da 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 da. Just hey, just by the way, just let you know,
Yeah.
I got it from cancer.
Yeah.
And then he said,
Yeah, but he is a very passionate person. Like one thing about, listen, I'm gonna say this: he's one of the most passionate, like coolest person. Like he's empathetic. Like
yeah, it's a huge heart.
he will feel great heart.
Yeah.
Great heart. He actually, just a side note, he made me change my way of going on stage musically.
Really?
Yes,
How
he has.
so?
So he does, like when he go on stage, he get the like up to date songs. Like that people gonna rock to, and he
Yeah.
come out with so much energy, and people already rocking.
Yeah.
So they got your attention already
Mhm.
because of the music that he played,
Yeah.
and it was just like wow. So he made me look into that a little bit more.
See, we're always influence each other.
Yeah, he did.
But I wanted to ask you, when you first heard him saying these jokes, like how did you take it initially? What was you really feeling?
Honestly, at first I used to get mad when I was like younger.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know the struggle. Like
Yeah.
they didn't know the chemo, they didn't know the surgeries and none of that.
And Dade County, they don't play. They
Yeah.
they gonna clown.
Yeah.
They got jokes on top of jokes.
But when you get older, it's like, you know what? You gotta fight back. Like it goes back to school. When I was in school, I didn't know how to dress. I didn't know how to do none of that.
I'm crying.
I didn't know how to do none of that. So that's how I developed to be a comedian. Because I used to have the mindset of, I'm gonna get you before you get me.
Okay.
So that's how I got the mindset of, when they say something, you gotta hit right back. Like the one who's worse is one comedian who's just worse. Fat and Funny is worse than
I'm crying.
every other comedian ever. He don't care what's wrong with you. He's gonna say something to you. Know what I'm saying? Him, and that's why you gotta have a thick skin.
Yeah.
You have a thick skin, but also it's not coming out of a place of hate when it comes from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They still my friends.
Yeah.
So I don't take it that way.
That's good that you say that, because that's gotta be hard to have friends that are comedians. Like, cause you having a bad day or you look at it's coming. Like, they probably not holding nothing back ever.
No, especially Fat. No, he ain't. But the thing about it, though, I grew up around that. Like my homeboys from my neighborhood, from
Mhm.
Goose from I grew up like that's like we don't do your mama jokes. We get personal. Like they know we know personal stuff about each other, so we just gonna clown it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that's how you have thick skin.
Yeah.
Because if we go anywhere, we don't talk about each other. We don't do none of that. We don't want nobody to get the notion of you can say what he's saying.
Yeah.
Nah, we friends 25 years, 30
Facts.
years. Yeah. Just like me and the comedians that I said, like we have like 7 to 10 years in knowing each other.
Wow.
So that's that.
That's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, what's our major goals when it comes to doing comedy?
My dream is to be on the radio. Like I done did movies and stuff, but my dream is to be on the radio. That's my dream. Like that's my dream because I'm an R&B head. I love music. Like I love R&B, old school hip hop. Like, and when I say old school, I don't mean old. I'm talking about Wayne, T.I., Jeezy,
Okay.
Trick Daddy, But I'm a R&B head.
So, it sounds like you kind of want to be, okay, radios, you're going to control the music,
Yeah.
create the vibe, talk your little wooty woo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's stopping you? You could do that now.
Yeah, I'm looking into it, but like I said, we got honestly, I do 120 shows, 115 to 20 shows a year. So right now it's kind of like I'm trying,
Excuse me.
but no, not like that. It depends. Sometimes I do
Booked
10.
and blessed.
Yeah, sometimes I do 10. Sometimes I do 4. Sometimes I do 3. Sometimes I do 11. Like this month alone, I think I got probably like 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And 2 got canceled, and I think I still got like 10.
And that's the show, y'all. If you know the right people, you have great talent, and you have good work ethic, the bookings will come.
Yeah.
Sometimes in entertainment, you're just like, oh, I can't really get money getting booked as a host. Look at Pookie, our baby. Look at Pookie, our baby. Out here
Yeah.
getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so tell me, are we single in a relationship?
I'm single.
You're single. For some reason, you gave me married vibes.
Nah, I was though. No, but great person. She's a great person. Great. I'm talking about.
He said, don't get it
amazing.
twisted.
She's amazing. Like shout out to Amanda. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was in a relationship at one point, probably like a year ago. I was in a
Okay,
relationship a
so
year
because
ago.
I know, okay,
Yeah,
so
it was
the
like a year
vibes
ago.
was right. I could
Yeah,
tell you
I
was a
was in a
good
relationship.
man.
Shout out to Stella. Yeah, shout out to Stella. But yeah, it was I was in a relationship. But you know, I'm single right now. You know, focusing on what I gotta focus on. But I'm not. How can I say it? If a young lady do come across, you know, give her my full attention. Cause like I said, I'm a lover,
You're a
very much.
lover.
Cancer lover.
Okay.
You know,
So like, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for a lady?
probably put some gas in her car. I don't know.
Put some gas on my car. That's what
No,
I'm talking about.
no. I used to but you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's not women are not like that anymore. Like a lot of women,
Why?
the dating pool is crazy. Like I'm a flowers, cards, candy. I'm very romantic. Flowers,
That's what I
cards,
be looking for
candy.
these days, and
Yeah,
that doesn't happen no more.
man. I'm flowers, cards, candy. I'm opening the door for you. I'm doing all this, but women ain't like that. You try to buy flowers, they be like, no, we don't want flowers. They die. And I'm like, I'll get you some more, right?
Right?
And I used to, I'm gonna tell you a story. I was trying to talk to a girl. I called her. I was like, hey man, how you doing? Just checking up on you. Okay, cool. 3 hours go by. Hey, just checking up on you. How's your day? That girl say, I don't like you checking up on me. Don't check up on me. Like I'm not used to that. And I'm like, this is what I gotta deal with. So that's why I say I'm just focused on this tour. Like I said, if a young lady come by, she come by. If she don't, I still got a lot of work to do.
Facts. Oh, the dating pool these days is just full of bad influence people. I feel like social media has influenced men and women to the point where no one knows what's real anymore. No one knows what's real romantic. No one's courting anymore. You know, guys want to be the female, and
I read this quote and it really hit home. He said, Cam Newton said it actually. He said back in the day, love was like you. Now love is like you find any way, any excuse to leave. Back in the day, we found any excuse to stay,
yeah,
and it's not like that no more. Like women are just like they don't want to put effort.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying, you can put all the effort as you want to, and it's like one of the things where they like really want stuff. They want materialistic stuff instead of love.
Now that's not all women.
Now I ain't saying what all women is.
We're not gonna do that, guys. It's not all women.
Yeah.
Now, yes, there's always been gold diggers. There's always
Yeah.
been women that want to marry rich. There's always been women who know that when they get in a relationship, they want to be provided for. It's just like now, I think, because cameras are everywhere, it's just more publicly, and people are making it seem like it's such an easy thing to get.
Yeah.
And then it made it to a point where everybody feels as though, not saying you guys aren't, but now everyone feels as though they're entitled to it.
But I also can I say this? I also want to say this. Men have our flaws too. Like
Yeah, I do.
because I know I do. Like I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like my marriage, I wasn't the person. You have to find out you the person after the person leave, which is crazy. You should have been that person then.
Facts.
Even with the relationship I had, same thing. Like you know, sometimes everything is not always gonna be happy ending. You just learn lessons. People come in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, and that's how you depict it. That's how you depict it. But it's always a lesson in every relationship.
But Pookie, please, y'all help me understand this. Why do y'all don't get it? And why do you guys not start doing everything we wanted when we're over it?
Because it's complacent. Men get very complacent. When they get complacent, they see some men get complacent. But the thing about it too, once you show a person your real emotion, it's just like sometimes it's a switch that flip. So they don't even see you the same at some points. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with both ways. Like you can show a person that you're vulnerable, show a person that you really care, and they don't see it as, oh, well, I got somebody who really care. Maybe I need to match it.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people be like, well, I mean, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You never know. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, communication be problems. It'd be a lot of problems, but
Nah, y'all just, I be feeling like y'all want y'all cake and eat it too for as long as y'all can have it until y'all get all the way caught up and it's just not available for you anymore. And now you got to figure out how to get the pieces back.
yes, you're absolutely right on that. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's how it was with my ex-wife.
Situation?
Yeah, my ex-wife. Yeah, I was like that. And took it for granted. And then when she left, that's when, I tried to get it back. But me and her great friends. She cool. Same thing with my ex. Me and her cool. But you just got to live and you learn. So that's why sometimes, like right now, let's just say if I get in a relationship right now, somebody get the best version of me because I already learned my lesson. I got my lumps. I'm 41. I ain't finna be in no club at 45 times I'm gonna where the females at. No, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that don't break nothing down. I'm still want to get married again. I still want to,
Oh, yes.
You always gotta have that one female, especially when I be on the road. I want somebody to come home to.
Yeah, facts. Cause it be lonely and cold.
Yeah, it do. And who gonna scratch my back? But yeah.
I'm crying. Who's gonna cook that warm meal, you know?
Yeah, because I can't cook.
I'm crying. You can't cook.
No, bro.
So what's your nationality? Because all this time you hanging around with all these Zoes, I thought you was a Zoe.
No, I'm actually my father is half Jamaican.
Okay.
But my mama is a Negro through and through. That's what I am from Goose.
We straight American is all
Straight
get out.
Americans, yeah, that's it. We straight Americans. It's
I just knew he was some type of Caribbean, whether it be a Zoe, whether it be Haitian, whether it. I mean, he said he half Jamaican, but still, I really thought.
No,
You fooled me.
Straight American, man. Straight American.
All right, so you being American and being in the career field that you have, being in the career field that you're in.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that Trump has lifted the DEI program? It's affecting the world, of course.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of organizations is, lifting or rewording their equal opportunity, verbiage when it comes to hiring and treating others at the job place. How do you think that's going to affect y'all world? Because now you're going to have to look at facilities. They don't have to have colored people in their buildings anymore. And y'all have a 100% color show.
And you know what? I feel like that's so wrong because we already down here. No disrespect, no racism in here, but we already have a tough time trying to find jobs. When we look on our application and it already says you got to be bilingual. Like we didn't come up bilingual, like, and now for stuff like that to happen, like that's just another notch against us, another notch against like Black people or anybody else that really don't know the other language. Only language we know is our native language. We in America, I feel like it should go in our favor, not opposed. But it's with the Black people thing, basically. I don't want to keep going all over the place.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
With that, it's just another notch against us because, like, it's already hard for us getting these venues and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta understand, like, we don't own lounges. A lot of us don't own lounges, and a lot of us don't own bars and stuff like that. We have to go to people of different color, different races, ethnics, and whatever to try to get a spot so we can do a comedy show, that we can do an open mic, a karaoke. And now you put another notch under their belt for them not to even look our way. Mm-hmm. And it's cool. No empathy, no sympathy, no...
It's legal now.
Yeah, it's legal. Like, we don't got to mess with y'all. Like, we don't got to do nothing.
You back in the days now, almost Jim Crow, blacks only, whites only about to be in a minute. That's how I'm feeling like.
And when stuff like that happens, and I feel like that's going to bring Black people a little bit together because we so divided, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like I see other races and see how they rock with each other. It's just like even I'm on a tour with like Zoes and they love each other to the point. I'm telling you, like for us to go to Connecticut, and she had like 200 and some people at her show, and you just look like, this is Connecticut, and people on stage are almost crying because they love that she's a Zoe girl, doing her thing,
doing her big one.
Yeah, even with like we do something with Fat, they love Fat too though. Fat ain't no Caribbean, but they love bruh too. And why I say it'll probably bring us closer, but like it's just a divided. Like sometimes we divided.
I hope so. And I also think this is probably going to give more opportunities or the determination to get our own places. Like, I appreciate Gamma having his own restaurant now and he getting another location. So, like, now y'all have a safe place in Hollywood to do shows, which is a positive because Hollywood lost what's it called? They lost the comedy place in Hollywood.
Oh, man.
The Improv. Improv closed in Hollywood. Yeah. So that's gone. So now, if people really want to see some good comedy, they got to come there. So that's perfect. And I feel like y'all go to all these different cities and find the Black-owned places. And if we could work and, like, do it, I feel like that'll just, like you said, bring us together. We won't need their facilities because we'll have our own. We'll still be making our money. Our money is going into each other's pockets. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. So, like...
Yeah, it'll be a great thing. Like, I would love to see it. But one thing about us, like, once we get in that door, we have to be united. It can't be one little thing where you're going to get mad at it. Like, let's be honest, realistically. You put like eight black people in the house, something gonna happen.
Facts.
So as opposed to like let's just like brush stuff off. Like we don't have to be angry with each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we could just be cool. And that's what I look for. That's why most of my bookings come because everybody think I'm cool because I am. I don't start trouble. I don't want trouble. I just want to do my time, take some pictures, make people laugh, get my money, and go home.
Facts.
That's it.
Good work ethic, you know?
That's it. We don't have to really be friends. Like we don't have to really communicate. As long as that deposit come through and that money come through, I'm gonna do my job.
Yes. Aw. So it's Black History Month. They trying to take that away too, guys. But it's Black History Month all month. Who is someone that has influenced your life, whether it be professionally or personally, that you would like to share with us?
I got a couple people. One, professionally, Eddie Murphy.
Ooh,
He was my Richard Pryor. He was my when I was little. I always wanted to be Eddie. Like he was my person to be like Eddie Murphy. Like from Delirious, Golden Child, all the rest of that. Like all these old movies that I thought I was Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
On a personal level, I have a couple. Like Mark Elwood. Like they was like my dad's Mark Elwood. My dad, Ronald Walker. Um, and my grandfather James Brown. His name is James Brown for real.
Yeah, your granddaddy name is James Brown.
Granddaddy name is James Brown.
You know you destined for greatness.
Yeah, his real name was James Leroy Brown. So yeah, and like I said, Mark Elwood, my dad, Ronald Walker. That's my stepfather. My stepfather raised me.
Okay, yes.
So that's him.
So shout out to all the Black male influences in your life. Do you feel as though if they look at you right now, they'll be proud of where you're standing?
My dad actually is. My stepfather actually is. Like he actually came to my stage play this year. He also when I tell him I'm doing shows, like if you need anything, you call me, hey, man, be careful. Mark Elwood the same way. My granddad ain't here no more, but he already knew I was a nut. He used to call me a nut. He's like, yeah, he is a nut. Yeah, like that, and people like that. And some of the old heads in comedy, like one was he passed away, Chris Priester. Chris Priester was like, how can I say, he was my friend, like one of my best friends in comedy, but he was also my motivation. Like meaning like every time he had a show, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I get a show, he's like, oh, okay, cool. But he kept me.
Yeah, y'all was like,
yeah,
y'all was like, not a fact checker, but your battle buddy, you know, someone that just kept you going, make sure you was good, keep you up.
That was him, Chris
Don't
Priester.
slip.
Yeah.
Don't slip. I'm gonna
And
pass
he
you.
never gave me my, he be like, hey, if I go to him, be like, hey man, Pookie funny, be like, he decent. I love him to death though. Like, yeah, him. Yeah, that's about it.
So how these people have influenced you, how do you make yourself available to influence others?
I mentor two comedians,
Oh, wow.
Puda and Sweet Feet, and JP too. So when I say mentor, like I don't tell them what to do, but like every time they call me, I make sure I'm available. I try to make sure I'm available for them to talk to me. I've been doing it for 18 years. They just started.
Wow.
So basically, I try to speak from experience.
Yeah.
It's not what I heard or nothing what I do. It's like, yo, I can't tell you what to do because, Gorgeous, I hate advice. I hate advice, Gorgeous, because let's just say you give me advice and it's a shit show. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can cuss.
No, it's okay. You're fine. It's only
okay.
on YouTube. You're fine.
Okay, yeah, and it's a dump. And now I'm looking at you like I got a model where if I'm gonna fail doing what I need to do. And to be honest with you, I've really been doing what I want, and it's been working.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like Cat Williams or Carlos Miller. Those two of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
But from where I'm at, it's really working for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I did movies, two stage plays. I was in a commercial. Shout out to Antoine Smith.
Antoine Smith, wait.
The director.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's get into these movies and stuff you've been in. What movies you been in?
I was in Cuzzo.
Oh, they're about to do another one, part 2.
Shout out to Eddie Dorsey, yeah.
I would tell y'all that the open castings are coming up, but I don't know when this video is dropping, so
February
hopefully
8th.
y'all follow them.
Yeah. I was in Cuzzo. I had a speaking role in Cuzzo. Also, I did 2 stage plays. My first stage play, I was the lead. It's called The Barbecue. And the second stage play, I did a little comedy bit. You know, I was like the janitor sweeping and stuff like that. So I did 2 stage plays. I was also in a commercial. Shout out to Antoine with The Licking.
Okay.
I had 2 cameos in that. It was Oh My Gooden. Oh My Gooden was in that. So, yeah, I did my little acting thing a little bit.
And do you want to do more acting? Do you want to be in movies and stuff?
Yeah, I would love to be in movies, but That's what people don't understand. Behind that camera is a lot of work.
It is. It is. I've done some movies myself and
Yeah.
just trying to remember lines and remember that you're someone else and not,
Not
Shejay
you,
Jaz,
yeah.
It's kind of hard when you're always that person when the camera's on.
Yeah.
So when the camera turned back on, you're like, wait, go back. I'm
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
yeah.
someone else, So it's definitely, and then it's like everyone's watching. There's so much more people when it comes to like being on a movie set and everything. You're just like,
And you just nerd I do shows in front of I do shows in front of hundreds and thousands of people, but that camera is something different. I never liked watching myself on camera. I never did. I started watching myself in 2016. My ex-wife made me sit
oh,
there
wow.
and watch myself. She was like, "Yo, look at yourself."
Yeah, so you know what to do better next time.
Yeah. So I never did. I was just nervous.
That's how I am too. I don't like to watch myself either, but I force myself to go back and watch myself to see what I could do better. What do I really look like? Because people always tell me about my face, and I didn't realize how much I do use my face sometimes. I've been working on it, guys,
Yeah.
but it just be like that. But okay, 18 years in the game.
Yeah.
18 years. That's a long. That's almost 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not tired of it yet?
I love it because every time I feel like I'm at a crossroad, somebody come like at one point in 2020 when we did the movie, I was like, I ain't feeling it because I lost my brother and I lost my dad the year before. I was like, man, I ain't feeling this. And then Twan was like, yo, come audition. Not Antoine, but Emmett. He was like, yo, come audition. Audition, I got it. It's always something that gives me an extra boost. Like, even right now with Elizabeth, she said, yo, we going on tour. Now I'm seeing places that I never seen. I even went to Turks and Caicos.
Oh, wow.
And I did a show in Turks and Caicos.
You did a show in Turks and Caicos. Congratulations.
That was one of my best shows.
International.
Yeah.
International host and comedian.
I did a show in Turks and Caicos. That was great. Then come over here, and now I'm out of time seeing. My bucket list was see snow, do a show overseas, and Paris, France. So I got 2 of them out of the way. I got one more that's Paris, and I'm working on that.
You know what? That's got to be like one of those moments where you're like, man, I'm blessed.
Yeah, but comedy though, like people don't understand how like when you dedicate yourself to something, you actually good at it. It'll take you where you want to go. I never thought I'd see snow. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, I kept prolonging it, and then when Albert said, "Hey, we're going to Connecticut," I'm like, "All right, cool." And then when I looked at the weather, it was like it's gonna be snowing. I was like, "Nah." And then I was out there like a little kid, and it was dope.
Oh my gosh, when you said it earlier, I felt it like that was a big moment for you.
Yeah,
But now you explaining like that was part of your bucket list. That was like a really huge moment for
It
you.
was very
And
huge.
your dream was what brought you out there to even see that. So that was
that's
like
why-
even more special for you.
And that's why I love it. That's why when it happened, I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, it was a surreal moment because it was like, yo. And the reason why I got a bucket list because when we had cancer, when I had cancer, they were talking about wills, they were talking about this, they were talking about that. It was just a lot of death talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, dog, that's crazy. And then one of the nurses came in there and she was like, yo, listen, just make a bucket list. Do everything you want to do. All right, cool. And then even though it's late, I started working on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah. My 4th thing was to go to Bahamas, and I did that last year too.
See, look at you living life. That's
Yeah.
crazy to be seeing death at its door almost. To see so much life now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be a simp. Next time I'm going with a girl. Like I'm keeping
I'm
it real with you.
crying.
I
Why?
went twice. Yeah, man, I went twice by myself. I went to Turkey by myself, and I went to the Bahamas by myself.
I mean, that's saving money in your pockets.
No, but you want to have the memories. Like when we went, the comedians with their wives, they were scrolling on the beach, and now I'm just sitting on the beach and looking at the sunrise. Like this is some bullshit. But I'm going with somebody next time. You gotta.
Add it to the bucket list because it looks like everything you writing down is coming true. So it's never too late to add to the list.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yes, it is. No, you gotta have faith.
Yeah, I'm gonna have faith.
Just enough, a little seed of a mustard.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to have.
And that's what they said.
Write it down. Writing it down is like a manifestation. All you got to do is next time I fly out of the country or next time I take a trip, I will have a companion.
Yeah.
And you watch, because look, all his other stuff is coming true.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. But no, other than that, it was a great time. I've been having last 2 years, or last year and a half, I've been having a great time on stage. Like, if I could just live on stage, I'll live on stage. Yeah. I love it. Like it's just like a brand new breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. All right. So we've been through so much. We've experienced a lot. What is one of the most embarrassing moments you've had on stage? How did you overcome it?
I got two.
Give me it.
First one on 2008, I got arrested at the Improv and it was a Coconut Grove. I used to drink a lot. So I got drunk one time and I got booed for the first time ever. And it didn't sit well with me. I'm trying to fight comedians. And it was a Coconut Grove. The police was
Pookie,
so
not you.
yes, the police was so cool at one point. It was like, bro, just go home. Like you good. Just go
Like
home.
they wasn't trying to do
Yeah,
that
they were
much.
trying to
with
go
you.
home. And I jumped at him. He was like, oh, let's go. Boom. And I went to jail for a day and a half. That was the first embarrassing moment ever. I'm talking about Larry Dog got it on film actually.
I'm crying, not Larry Dog.
Larry Dog got it on
Oh,
film. And I said, if you use that, I'm a suit. I was out my mind, but I stopped drinking for 12 years after that though. I taste a little tequila from here and now, but I stopped drinking completely. Um, Also, the second embarrassing thing was I had this show at this place called Miami Nights, and I did horrible. I did horrible. It was like the worst show ever, and it was in my backyard. Like it was down south, and you could hear people when I'm walking. Like if I'm walking, there's a lot of people that be like, "Oh, that's that dude who did that." I was like, "Oh, that's that dude who wasn't funny." I wore that for like a year and some change until we had a show in 2016 with Lavelle Crawford, and I had to redeem myself. But I wore that. I wore it like they was telling my mom at grocery store like, "Yo, son, yeah, he need to stop."
oh,
My mom would come home like, "Boy, you better not never get back on stage." I'm like, "Yeah, it was horrible."
how is that for you to the point where you embarrass moms
Yeah,
for her to call you and be like, nah, get his dream up.
yeah. She was
It's a
like,
wrap.
"Nah." She was like, "No, that's a wrap."
You making me looking bad out here in these
Yeah,
streets.
yeah. But like I said, I just knew what I was capable of. Like I used to get signs like people probably don't believe me, but it used to be like people like older people used to come to me like, "I see your name in lights. I see your face in lights." And I just kept going. Like even my homeboys, like, and they still my homeboys. I'ma still tell this story. They used to be like, we play cards, and I'm like, "Yo, I gotta go. I gotta come to the show." They be like, "Boy, you ain't, boy, quit." Like they used to tell me to my face, I need to quit. But now they the same homeboys. Like, "Hey man, when your next show?"
Yeah.
But they used to tell me to quit. You know what I'm saying?
I know they gotta be proud of you though, and they probably feel stupid for ever telling you that, or they probably feel responsible that you're great. Cause look, you try to prove a point to me. That's why you didn't quit, type stuff.
Yeah, my best friend. I meant to say that. My best friend kept me in the game. His name Derek. Call him Slick.
Oh,
He
what's
kept
up,
me
Derek?
in the Derek. Yeah, Derek kept me in the game. Derek and Brandon. Them two kept me in the game. Every time like I'm finna quit, he was like, "Man." And my homeboy, he's so like he get aggressive. "Man, go on somewhere with that, man. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Like, we playing cards or what?" Like he always was behind me tenfold. Him, Brandon, and my homeboy Twin. Even though Twin told me to quit too, but Twin always got my back.
So, okay, embarrassing moments. You're going to jail. You suck so bad. Mom told you to quit. You didn't stop. How were you able, to walk around after those moments and still get your ass back on that stage, even though you had your friends even telling you to quit? Like, what was it inside of you that was like, you know what? I don't give a F. I'm getting back on the stage,
Because
and I'm gonna do what needs to be done.
I had nothing else. Like I played basketball, and comedy. Like I couldn't do nothing else. So you were gonna sink or swim. Like when I first started doing comedy, I hated like black audiences because they was a tough audience. They was the toughest. And every time somebody called me like, "Yo, we got a show for you," I'm like, "Yo, so where is black, white?" Or like black, I was like, "Shit." But white people,
Be your own people.
yeah, be your own people. But we had this place down south called Tex-Mex, and then I had my own room. And I tell all comedians, becoming comedians, get your own room, host your own room. You get way better, I promise you. So when I started hosting my room, and one number of black people coming, I got better.
Wait a minute. When you say host your own room, what do you mean by that?
Meaning like you go to a restaurant and be like, "Hey, how you doing, man? You got entertainment here?" And they say, "No." "Hey man, would you like to do a comedy show here?" I can bring a comedy show, this, that, and the third, work out the kinks.
Also, like host your own little show at a
Host
little
your own
venue
show.
somewhere.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can get
boom.
comedians, but you the host. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
So,
You the big person. You the big.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I was doing good. I still was doing good. That was like 2009, 10,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I really started taking comedy serious. And it really popped off for me 2016, and then 2020. That's when it skyrocketed up. Like it came from getting 1 or 2 shows a month to getting 3 shows a month.
Oh wow.
Came from getting 3 shows a month, 4 shows a month. 2021 was like the best year, and that was the year after, you know what I'm saying, divorce, like it was the best year.
Yeah.
Like
Your mind was free.
yeah, nah. It was, every time I every time I thought about it, somebody would call my phone and be like, "Hey man, you available?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm talking about that year alone. I had to do probably about 125. And then 2022 was an all right year. 2023 was a good year. And last year and this year, skyrocketing.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
All right, with all these shows, we done talked about your most embarrassing moment. Give me one of your most favorite moments you've had in comedy or in hosting.
That's good. I had a couple. But when I had to do a family reunion, my grandma was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to do my own family reunion. I hosted. My grandma was there, and she was just like smiling and laughing. So that was a great time because she actually laughed and
Because our families is the hardest ones.
well, yeah, they are. So she laughed, and honestly, like sometimes like I think I did a comedy show in Dania, and I really, really did good. Like I really did good, and I just looked out in the audience. I was like, because I decompress. I'm old. Every time I get off stage and I make people laugh, I go play a crossword puzzle just to decompress before I get back on stage.
Aww.
And I just looked one time and I was like, man, this is your life, bro. That's crazy. Like, this is your life.
Yeah.
And it was like a surreal moment because I walked through the audience and he was like, yo, you good, bro. You funny, you hilarious. And I was like, and I'm thankful. When people tell me that, like, it's not me getting uncomfortable, it's just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying that just to be saying that. Do you really mean
Do
it?
you mean it? Like, it's just like,
know,
it's weird. Like, it's.
I'm
you know
that
what
way
I'm saying?
too, so I completely understand.
And it's like, I don't know how to accept it because you don't want to come off too cocky. You don't want to come
Mhm.
off too arrogant. Or you just like, thank you, I appreciate it. And one thing my ex-girlfriend, Stella, she told me, she was like, you so tunnel vision. She said, when you get off stage, like, you just very tunnel vision. Like, people try to come and take pictures with you. Or people try to come and talk to you. Like, you tunnel vision. And I think that's something that I gotta work on as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be that comedian that feel like you can't
Come
get back
connect
to
with you.
yeah. Because people, my friend Derek always be like, yeah, man, we think you famous, and I'll be like, I'm not.
Yeah, you are to them.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
you
to
done
them,
been
yeah.
out of Dade County. You out here telling jokes all over the world. You famous. You know
That
what
was
I'm
my
saying?
homeboy
You in
Derek.
movies.
Yeah, that was my homeboy.
You doing Broadway shows and stuff. Like, come on now, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, but
So we've been accomplished so much. There's a lot of black little boys watching you that you don't even know that's watching you. First off, do you have any kids?
I still take care of my stepson.
I'll say, okay, you have a stepson. How old
Yeah.
is he?
He's gonna be 11 in February 12th.
Okay, yeah, so this is great. So little boys like him, younger and older,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of your peers, men, that are watching you. What advice could you give them in this day and age, in 2025, with all the things that they have against them, being black, being a man, and being in this world? What advice would you give them to be successful, to stay strong, and what would you tell them to keep their mentality right?
Listen to your heart. That's one. Stay focused. Be tunnel vision. That's two. How can I say it? Filter advice. I'm not saying don't listen or don't hear it, but filter it. Sometimes don't have a plan B. Always have a plan A. Because once you think about a plan B, you lose focus on your plan A.
Wow.
Write things down. That's a plus. That's a big plus. And just give everything I don't care what it is. My dad always told me, my real dad, he was a Jamaican, he always tell me, I don't care what you're doing. If you sweeping floors, if you washing windows, be the best window washer you can be. Like, don't go at nothing half-ass. You get what you give.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still call my son. My son, he always say, "Yo, Dad, I want to be a comedian." I'm like, "Nah, bro. You don't want to be no comedian, bro. You want to be something else." I got a nephew that I take care of too. Like, he want to be a football player. I got faith in him. My son told me he want to be a YouTuber. I got faith in him. I never discourage nobody, even the comedians. When they have a bad show, I never discourage them. Like, pull them. Be like, we do bad. You still tell us we do good.
Yeah.
Why would I discourage you, bro? I do bad. I did bad before.
Well, because the first thing they did good was get on the stage and actually complete a show.
That's it. Like, I got a story. I can say it.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on. That's what
So-
we here for. We getting intimate, baby.
I was I think I was like 2 or 3 years in. We had a show in Homestead with me, Larry Dog, and a couple more people. Larry Dog looked at me and said, "Yo, you performing tonight?" I said, "Yeah, I'm performing." He said, "Everybody out there can." He said, "Hey man, you gonna get booed."
How did he know that already?
Like he just said it, like, and that was so discouraging to me. And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You gonna get booed?" I left. And to this day, when like I don't care if he is or not, to this day when he say certain stuff to me, I just be looking at him.
Like,
Like
you the one.
you just don't know.
Larry Dog, why you do that?
But think about Larry Dog, he was very influential into me being a host. Cause when I tell people I'm the top 5 hosts, I got him in mind. I got Cello in mind. It's a dude named Cello. Cello raw. Cello was my top 3. I got Fat in mind. I got like Dr. Foolish, Eddie Green. Like I got a lot of people like that I feel like are great hosts. It's just what I bring to it be different. I don't just do shows like I said, I get intimate.
Yeah.
Like I bring people into a conversation. If me and you, if I'm gonna say I'm talking to you, I bring everybody into it, not just me and you. So I bring music. Like I try to do different stuff.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I want everybody to have a host. Is not just telling jokes. You want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
And you setting it up for the next comedian to ride the wave and just keep going.
Yeah, and you do that very well. You're very mindful. You like to know your lineup. You know your lineup. You know your people. You kind of know which way they may or may not go, type thing. And that does take a special talent.
Yeah.
So, man, oh my goodness. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a blast talking with you,
Thank you,
getting to
thank
know
you,
you
thank
more. 18 years in the career field. That's huge.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for mentoring these young people out
Yeah.
here. Because one little advice that I'm going to add on to him is mentorship is absolutely critical in your growth. When I tell you, find someone, you might not really like them personally, but find someone who is where you want to be.
Truly.
Find someone that is where you want to be, because you start following their steps, taking and filtering their advice, you will eventually get to where they are. And a lot of these people honestly are open to mentoring. Every once in a while they may charge you something, but a lot of that time that's an investment into yourself. And that's very important, because that's knowledge you're not going to get in school. That's knowledge you're not going to get in some 12, 15-month program, because they have real life experience. And that's what you're paying for. That's what you're getting access to. You know, everyone has different personal experience when it comes to these things, and it can make your job easier if you can learn from their mistakes and kind of tailor it to yourself so you can have smooth sailing.
Yeah, and you said the right thing. Find a good mentor. When I first started, I'm telling you, I asked a ton of comedians, "Yo, can I be under your wing?" And they was like, "No, you're gonna be all right." But then I understood, man, they trying to get on, they don't have time, you know. But I don't hold grudges like that. It's just, I understand now, but I feel like I always make time because I don't want people to make the same mistakes. Even though a couple comedians always say, man, they got to make mistakes, I be like, but why? Like, if I can help them, why? Like, you understand, like, you get blessings like that too as well. So I don't never want either pull the sweet feet of JP to make no mistakes if I can help them. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to go out on their own because I ain't going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? You never know. What if they get on before me? They might throw me a rope down.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin Hart did. Kevin Hart had a mentor, and he threw a rope down for his mentor. So you never know who you're going to need for a drink of water. That's what my grandma taught me.
Yeah, you never know. And like me being in the music industry, like I've always been taught, you never know who's going to blow up.
Yeah.
So treat everybody the same in the studio when you meet them. Just because they nobody today don't mean they're going to be nobody tomorrow. Because we already seen it takes almost nothing to go viral.
Truly. And y'all got to understand it too. There's a lot of untalented people rich right now. A lot of them, bro. So
it is, but I think it's gonna. And we're gonna get out of here because we can go all day on this one. But I think entertainment is taking a change a little bit more. I think the people who's going viral and doing all the stuff, those who really learned their craft and got their team together, they're gonna keep going. But those I think they're starting to trickle away. especially musically, you know, because they don't realize how hard it is to stay consistent in it. You get what I'm saying?
Very consistent, yeah.
And I'm starting to see more well put together music when it comes to R&B, even rap, even with the Christian music now. Christian music is booming. Have y'all took the time to listen to some Christian trap?
I got to.
Bruh, I just was like, oh, I could bump this in the club, and I don't think they would know until they start saying Jesus and God. But it be lit, and like I'm seeing the evolution of the music, and I'm like, okay. The artists, they was probably still developing themselves when all this viral moments and all this stuff was going on. They coming out, guys.
Yeah, and
so
I just got saved last week. I said it's gonna be a change.
I love that for you. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
How? Like, what brought that?
Like, he never turned his back on me. For me to have cancer and still be here to do stuff, and every time I think I'm here. He just look at me and be like, bro, like, you here.
Yeah.
Like, people not here. Like, you know how many people died of cancer alone, and you 25 years in.
Yeah.
Cancer survival. So,
yeah, you're a walking testimony.
Yeah.
So we definitely got to share that story.
Yeah, you don't look like what you've been through.
Because you look good.
Yeah.
You look amazing. And honestly, I didn't really notice much of a limp. So I would have never guessed anything was ever wrong with you other than getting a little older, maturing in life. You know, that's about it. But anyways, well, before we get up out of here, is there anything else you want to share with us?
I don't know when it's gonna come out, but we got improvs coming up. Y'all look me up, Sylvester Joe Britton on Facebook, Pookie F Baby 22 on Instagram, same thing on Snapchat. I think same thing on Sylvester Joe Britton on Twitter. First, I want to thank the amazing host. People talk about me being the host. People don't understand this is a job of like you have to. She had notes. She had great energy. She looking beautiful. She looking gorgeous. So y'all got to give her a round of applause. So thank you for having me. Oh, I'm talking one more thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Athletic Elites. This is my sponsor, Athletic Elites. We do a lot of workout clothes or whatever, gym clothes.
Okay.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Applehead again on the tour. And shout out to everybody, man, comedy-wise, man. You know, Mari, my stepson and stuff like that, man. You know, Devin. So, yeah, appreciate y'all.
Oh, look at all the love. I love this. Look at this beautiful black man giving all this love to all these people. Guys, tap in. Don't tap out. Now, where can they get tickets or look up for the tour dates for the comedy tour with you and Miss Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Applehead. Go on her Instagram. She have all the dates there. She have every last one. Now, listen. If this is your first show, and besides the tour, if y'all see me on any other show and this is y'all first show, your entry fee is on me. Your first show. If you've never been to a show before, I got your entry fee. So
now when I post this is real.
I know. I got
it.
I got it. Except for the tour now. Except for the tour. But any other show you see me on and you want to come laugh, your entry fee on me.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you know what that means, guys. Tap into his social media. Make sure you follow him so you don't miss a free show. Because that's what it sounds like to be. You about to get a free show. If you've never seen him, and trust me, you're going to want to see him. He comes with a gang of fun, a whole bunch of people that's going to make you laugh. And he's way more entertaining than himself. So he could do the whole show himself if he really wanted to. I'm going to let y'all know that. But whatever. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
It was a blast speaking with you.
Appreciate you.
I hope your career continues to blossom.
Thank you.
I pray that you continue to be a testimony and you share the word of God and your experiences. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And with that, that's another episode of Intimate Seconds with my boy, Pookie F Baby. And I'm your girl, Shejay Jaz. And we out.